Look at how they found Bin Laden, man. That was like an operation. They won't fuck around.
Arsenal fan.
What?
Getting the important things in the conversation.
Who's an Arsenal?
He's such a what people
Bin Laden. Sorry.
What people forget about Bin Laden is how much of a nepo baby he was.
Really?
Yeah. He comes from one of the wealthiest families in Saudi Arabia. Like Bin Laden Construction built basically all of Abu Dhabi.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And he's like the rogue.
See.
He's like the rogue uncle of the family that you only see at like barbecues.
Christmas.
Yeah,
And he just went.
Well, not Christmas, but
Yeah. Ramadan, I guess.
off the beaten path.
But he was like the outcast sort of weird guy who but maybe a fun uncle probably. And then he just fucked off first to Sudan where he did some things in Khartoum and then off to Afghanistan, and his family aren't big fans of him.
yeah, that doesn't come as a surprise. I feel like it definitely raised tensions within the family. What he was getting up to.
Slight split there.
What are his sons
What would
up
you?
to,
What,
Richard?
sorry, what would you be your moment in history?
I think this is so boring. I'd love to go back to Live Aid 1985 and just have the night out of a lifetime.
What? Live
You know Live Aid, that huge
Oh.
concert where they had that iconic like Freddie Mercury Queen performance and like all the others throughout. Like I feel like that's just the best concert ever.
Could you pull this up on YouTube? Because I think there's going to be a lot of people that don't quite understand the magnitude of what you're talking
This
about
is like
now.
the most important concert in history.
So this was Live Aid in, was it 1980?
85, yeah.
There you go, top one. And if you could just do it where it shows the crowd. Where was this? Wembley Stadium.
Wembers.
Oh, Wembley.
Now this was like genuinely
It's insane.
iconic.
Like imagine just being up at the front there. That's where I would want to be. Just witnessing this. Witnessing Bohemian Rhapsody at this moment. That would just be just unbelievable.
How many people
He's
are
some
in
boy,
there?
wasn't he?
Yeah. Shame about the
He
aid.
was a
Yeah.
saucy guy, man.
Yeah, he's mad. Like his drip is cold. He got that white beater. That kind of reminds me a little of you.
About him, you know. Yeah, he does. He does remind me of
so
myself.
true. He gives me chip energy.
Yeah.
And I like that, to be honest.
So what you would have liked to have been there, and what was this just like at this moment in time? Was this like everything
they
people were talking
organised this huge concert for famine relief in Africa. Unfortunately, all the money ended up going to like Ethiopian warlords and stuff.
Okay.
So it only made the problem worse. But great show. And if you look up the lineup of who was playing at Wembley this time, like they had everybody from back then. Like
It-
literally
All the
star-studded cast?
all the artists signed up to play this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good shout, to be fair.
That's up there. I don't know. I feel like I just have a class time, but I feel like there are more important things
Of course.
to actually go and do. Like you could find out anything, like who the Zodiac Killer is. Like
Yeah, loads of bits.
there's so much you could do with it.
Oh yeah, what is something unexplained that you need to know the answer to?
Madeleine McCann.
No, because I just feel like you're going to be told one of two things there, and you're just there like, so you get told like, oh, they did it, and then they didn't do it. You'll be like, oh, okay, fine. Kind of had a half feeling about that, anyways. What's something where it's there like they're like it just doesn't make any sense, and I have no idea what it could be, and I need to know the answer. Do you know what I mean? Like the theories are so widespread. I feel like those are the best.
Oh, I
ones when
go
you
back
find
to the
out.
dinosaur age, find out what a T-Rex really sounded like. Because they say it sounded like a bird.
That's such useless information.
That's crap, though.
No, but then I
like,
know-
if you would come to me and go, Cal, they actually sound like caw, I'd be like, oh, right, well,
Fairs.
Cool.
All right, what
you
about...
have the opportunity to solve one of the world's great unknown mysteries.
yeah.
And you choose it to
All right,
work out
I'll
how
go
a
back
T-Rex
to...
I know what mine is.
Maybe like a couple 100,000 years ago or whatever, find out like the moment where they say apes were evolving to humans and figure out if evolution was really real.
I think we know that.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people that don't believe that.
Yeah, but
you'll turn around and you'll go, oh, it's real. And then you'll come back and you go, yeah, it's real. And they'll go,
no, it's not.
no, it's not.
Okay, so all right, so you're saying
'Cause
my
I'm not gonna
information
tell you mine
take,
right now.
My information I take isn't going to be taken for. They're not going to take it at first.
Well, no, you got to be able to be like,
Gotta
this is
convince
how they do it. So
Okay,
for me,
fair.
I would do how they built the pyramids.
Great shout.
I feel like we know that.
No, we don't. How did they do it?
People built the pyramid.
No, it's literally impossible.
I back Joe Rogan's theory on it, how civilization moved backwards
Yes,
and we were way more
There was an advanced civilization at the
Yeah.
time that got completely wiped out. That is the only way the pyramids were built, in my opinion.
Aliens helped them.
And you'd like to find out.
Yeah, I need to know. When you go into the numbers about and the just talking about how those pyramids were built, it is almost impossible that humans built them. So
Is
really
it impossible?
think-
I know where I'm going back to.
Do you think it's aliens though?
I don't know if aliens is the right word, but there's certainly technologies that we don't have now that helped build it.
Interesting.
But it could have been like an advanced civilization. I mean, you can literally just think of it in the sense that we went down a completely different path,
Like
and
a
that
tree.
got completely destroyed, and then we had to restart, and we ended up doing it all again, and we went down a different path, and that's why we're here now.
COVID
And maybe when
almost
this
did that.
gets destroyed, the same thing will happen.
I feel like there'd
We just have different
be
tech.
more evidence of that destroyed civilization.
That's what the pyramids are.
They can't just have those.
And
though.
Stonehenge.
There's just a
Mate, Stonehenge was just a couple of druids on a weekend, mate. That's just like
Druids.
on a weekend,
You know what I mean?
on a big one,
Where am I going?
Mate,
on a bender.
get on a bit of bag. You could lift those rocks.
Surely there's some sort of alien
You weren't
thing
thinking about it.
that you would be interested
I
in.
will
Is there
go
a
back
moment?
to Roswell, 1947.
And what would you? Because that's a crash, right?
That's the crash, and it's like the most famous one.
But what is it by being there? Could you know that you don't know now?
If it was a weather balloon or if it was a real
Okay.
alien spaceship
Okay.
that crashed. I believe it was.
Yeah, an alien spaceship.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking up greatest mysteries because I need a bit of inspiration.
In-
Go on
Inspo.
then. That's
So
gotta
this
be-
Roswell one, talk to me a little bit more about it.
Well, we
for the
spoke
people
about it
that-
before. It was it New Mexico, Prod? Can you Google
Yes.
it for me? Because I don't
It
know the
was
exact
there.
location. But Roswell, New Mexico, 1947. It crashed. They put out like a whole statement and everything that a fucking flying saucer had crashed. Reverted the statement, said it was a weather balloon, rocked up with like this evidence of a weather balloon, but it was obviously all fucking bollocks. Loads of stuff got leaked and loads of articles and stuff. You can actually read a lot about this. It's very well documented. And from then on, it became the most famous case. There's also something you could probably do where you could go back to
Area 51
some
days?
specific date around Area 51.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I would quite like to do is if I could take something with me,
Yeah.
I'd bring like a machine gun back to the Battle of Hastings and beat the French. Because obviously they won back in the day, and I'd like to show them who's boss.
Yeah, they do have that one over us, don't they?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we are vaguely descended from a line of French people beating us at the Battle of Hastings. So if I came in and just brought some modern artillery, I could destroy them all with one mortar.
Do you reckon Harold Godwinson died the way he died?
That's niche info. You're going to have to elaborate on
He
that.
apparently didn't. He was on horseback and he got shot in the eye or shot in the back of the neck or something with an arrow.
Right.
Am I on the same timeline as you here?
Is that thing about he got shot by his own guy or not? Is that what you're on about? Or is that Henry the Second?
He was the king at the time.
William Harold Godwin.
Good knowledge there, Prod.
Look at this shit.
Good
Yeah,
knowledge, Prod.
1066, Battle of Hastings.
Yeah,
We knew the
okay.
date. I didn't know about
1066.
I'm getting confused with William II, I think.
So what's his situ? What, he just got chin, did he?
Someone drew a pic of it.
So what was it? It was done by his own people.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a techie one.
Yeah, that sounds like he got the wrong end of the straw, bro.
Arrow to the knee.
See,
That's the worst meme at all.
That was the worst meme ever.
I don't know. I feel like I'd rather go back to a bit of a cultural event than a mystery.
That's fine.
Like I'd like to listen to "I Have a Dream," for example, something like
Okay.
that.